Well, good night, gentlemen. We are really amazed at seeing the 4 European co-sponsors of the draft resolution that has just failed in the Security Council, falling in love with the Syrian people and their suffering. While we all know that among these 4 European co-sponsors, France occupied us for 25 years, colonized us, and tried its best to divide Syria into 5 confessional republics. This is what they called it at that time, in the 20s. Then we put an end to this French colonization of my country by force. England preceded France in its conspiration when it deceived the Arabs in 1916 by promising them to have an independent Arab state, provided that they join the British and the French in their attempt to oust the Ottoman Empire from the area. They were big liars, as we all know, because at the same time, Sykes-Picot concluded their secret accords in order to colonize the whole area and to divide it into French colonialism and British colonialism. Simultaneously, they promised their Jews victims in Europe to have a homeland in Palestine. And here Germany comes, the third musketeer. Germany, who persecuted the Jews in Europe, is now trying to show itself as an honest broker of a very deceiving and cheating draft resolution on Syria. Gentlemen, the 4 European co-sponsors failed because they were wrong in their approach as well as in their political philosophy. And they were misreading the map and misleading the international community. They forgot the suffering of the Syrian people for decades. Now they moved hastily and quickly to help the Syrian people. Where were they when we hosted 2 million Iraqi refugees who ran away from Iraq because of the invasion by USA and Britain of this country? They didn't think about our suffering at that time, and they didn't help us, neither financially nor politically. Where were they when 500,000 Palestinian refugees were expulsed by the Israelis from Palestine in 1948 and then in 1967? Where are they from stopping the Israeli occupation of the Arab land? And why they oppose the Palestinian request to have full membership in the United Nations? We were expecting these European countries to discourage the radical elements in the Syrian opposition from not joining the national dialogue. But indeed, and actually, as a matter of fact, they did exactly the opposite. They encouraged the Syrian radical elements in the external opposition not to join the national inclusive and comprehensive dialogue. Then, here, the question is whether everything is related to really reforming Syria or destroying Syria. The answer is very simple. These countries have hidden agendas to destroy Syria, to destroy the whole area, to build a new geopolitical sphere that will serve giving Israel the upper hand over the destiny of the area. And this is what they call, very politely, the Greater Middle East, which is an Israeli idea that was put at the table for the first time by Shimon Peres. And when he failed, it was taken over by George Bush, the son. And then it failed again. And now they are trying to do it through what they call the Arab Spring. Should the Arab Spring be a success through blood? Why can't we have a real Arab Spring without bloodshed? Why cannot these 4 European countries encourage the involvement of everybody in Syria in the process of reforms and in this national, inclusive, comprehensive dialogue? But the answer is, once again, this is not their main concern. Their main concern is to weaken Syria and to get rid of its political independence as well as its stability. Any question?